Well, I was an undergrad, actually. I wasn't a science major, and I was taking a non-science major class. I was really interested in it. I'd always loved space, I'd always loved science, but I thought I was going to be a writer. And I heard that there was this moon of Jupiter that had an ocean. And then I learned that we hadn't really gone there until right then. So I was an undergrad around the time that we were just finishing the Galileo mission to Europa and the rest of the Jupiter system. I ended up going to grad school at UCLA and working on actually Vesta and Ceres' distant cousin or sister, whatever, however you want to call it, Pallas. And now I'm an assistant professor at Georgia Tech, and one of my first graduate students is now working on the data from Dawn, so that's pretty cool. So the first chance that we've really had to dig into the data has been with Ceres, and so Heather and I have gotten a chance to work with that. So that's been a pretty cool come full circle kind of moment. When we got to Ceres, what we could see is that while the surface looks like it's covered up with this kind of dark, probably clays and various other things in the surface materials, and not, bright white ice patches, and not in very many places at least. That was, I think, surprising to some people, but if you look at the shape of the surface, that actually is telling you about its interior and about the fact that there is ice there. So we've been working on landslides on Ceres that basically seem to move differently than landslides do in dry areas. So it's this kind of interesting hybrid, and so the story's a little more complex than just being one or the other. I've found that one of the most helpful things for me in being a scientist was just trying to find a way to stay inspired. So I feel like I try to keep some part of what I'm doing always connected to what inspired me to get involved in the first place, which was finding out there was an ocean like ours on a moon somewhere else. So that's kind of defined my science career.